And good evening, everybody, and we hope to give you the clap this Sunday by going over some of the hottest women of all of the hottest women of ECW. And I'm joined, as commonly always, with Dylan from somewhere. Dylan, how are you doing?
Nice to be talking wrestling with you again and wrestling pervertedness. ECW, it's actually not hard to talk about all of their ladies because they never had a women's division. They were just valets. And as Joey Styles used to say, it was much more of a cat fight. Cat
Cat
fight going on.
fight!
We got Francine here. She was maybe the longest reigning ECW lady. She was with the franchise Shane Douglas, which automatically makes her lose points with me because what the fuck did you Philadelphians see in that twat? Fuck Ric Flair, fuck Ric Flair. Yeah, that was fine up until he was Dean Douglas, and then he came back in '96 and had the worst fucking match on Barely Legal. It was barely watchable. Shane Douglas versus Pitbull
Oh,
2.
yeah.
Everything else on Barely Legal, amazing. Shane Douglas having Francine with him. Sorry, lady, you lose points. Who else was she with? I forget.
She used see that's the part of the storyline. She used to be part of she was the valet for the pit bulls back in the day. That's where she came from.
And then she turned on the pit bulls to be with the franchise. And boy, what a dead in the water ship that was. His promos. I think of it. He never had a single. His ECW promos were great because he said "fuck, shit, goddamn" and all
Yeah.
that stuff about all the wrestlers around. The hardcores were fucking tired of Flair. Flair had his last great match in December of 1993. So in 95 in Philadelphia, there were plenty of people ready to say, fuck him. You're right, Shane. And then all of his WCW promos, I remember that fake laugh. It was like a terrible Ted DiBiase laugh
Yeah.
because the DiBiase laugh, it was put on, but it was amazing. But
Yeah.
the Shane Douglas WCW promo was such horseshit. And I'm sorry, Francine, you will not be the ECW hoe that I push as the top because of your association with that dog shit wrestler.
Yeah.
And also other reasons. I'll get into it in my thesis statement.
Does it have anything to do with what a funny prank they used to do in the hotel rooms?
Have you
Do
told
you
that
know
every
about
wrestling show so far?
do you know about the funny prank?
Well, that wasn't a prank. That's just what he liked her to do. That was part, like usually that would be foreplay, but it's more during. So go ahead. Is that your top pick? Are we getting to the top picks yet? Are we just presenting?
No, well, I don't. We can go in whatever order we feel like, but yes. Oh, well, we'll just present for now. For now, we've got Francine on the screen, so we may as well talk about her. Well, we kind of already did. She got her start with the with the pit bulls. She turned who was that was during the shade of gray era. Well, ECW was always a shade of gray, but so she became more evil with the franchise, and then I guess after, I mean, I'm going by memory here. I guess after old Dean Douglas decided to leave for good, she kind of just like floated around a little bit, just sort of came out, not really managing anybody until she became the manager of Tommy Dreamer for a little while. And then she became more evil again when she turned on Tommy Dreamer to become grunge Francine with Raven, and was the worst looking she ever looked in her life. And then
Okay,
ECW went out of business.
grunge Francine must have been towards the latter years,
Yeah.
right? When,
Yes.
when when Raven was the only one to walk out of WCW when he thought he was going to be joined by a group of people, that had to be the grunge Francine, right? I am having a like I thought I used to watch ECW on TNN all the time, and looking through clips, I realized how quickly I fell off from watching ECW on TNN. Paul
Well, I mean,
Heyman gave us a
to
dog
be
shit show.
I mean, to be honest, she probably only managed Raven a month, but she stayed grunge Francine with just incredible all the way up until the end of ECW. So she looked like complete garbage that like last year that she was there.
Wait. So that must have been after the Impact players,
Yeah,
because I remember just incredible along there with Dawn Marie, the greatest bitch face of all time. What a gorgeous bitch face that she has. It's so hate fuckable. Her bitch face and her fake tits, and she designs her own outfits herself. So she gets points for entrepreneurialism. I think
yeah.
I said that right. 5 beers deep.
5 beers, you had fun before movies with Tukey. So it's understandable, but yes, and thanks for stopping by, Papa Kill. The Attitude Era was wild with the ladies. Oh yeah, we're gonna get into that. That's gonna be on a future episode. See what we're doing. I guess I need to set this up again because I'm not a professional broadcaster. I
Yeah, we
don't know
didn't
what the
set
fuck
up the
I'm
whole
doing.
series.
It's set
We
up
set up the
shit.
episode, but not this as a series.
The series is this is the idea that I had the other day, is that like what I call shower thoughts. Everybody has this shit, but I was like, okay, we go. I don't stick to any one topic anyway. Whenever I stream, I end up talking about one thing, and then I remember what happened at CBS earlier today, and then I want to talk about that for 30 minutes, and then I want to talk about like how hot Tori Wilson was in 2001 for 30
Yeah, now
minutes.
what I want to talk about. Back to the tits.
Back
Tori
to the
Wilson and her
tits.
tits. And that's what we're talking about here. We got to break it up a little bit. We can't talk about all the tits all at once in wrestling.
Not all of them. So, and thank you. Yeah, hit the like button. You hit the like button, you dirty whores.
Especially in ECW, Steve Wolf, the idea is whores. And the
Whores.
ECW women represented what filthy, wonderful whores should be more than any other on the planet.
Yeah, because they just didn't care. I mean, they actually did present. They actually did present like 80% of their women as like this isn't a classy woman in the slightest. This is someone we not only are okay with you beating your meat to, we encourage you to beat your meat to. Hence, what we're about to talk about here, the ECW.com pervert pictures section.
Did you find it in the Wayback Machine? Because
No,
if
I
we
thought
had
that.
if
No,
we had
I
the
did not find
Wayback
that.
Machine, I just have a video here. You've got what you found. ECWWrestling.com / whatever the fuck pervert pictures was. That would have a nice amount of what we're looking for. But I do have this one video here that starts off on Francine, appropriately enough. I think she was the longest reigning.
Yeah.
The queen of extreme, Francine.
Oh, Beulah.
Yeah.
Beulah. She went home to have Dreamer children way too early, didn't she? Because she was around just for a little bit. They brought her back for the reunion show in WWE, and I believe she took a pile driver. She looked fucking amazing. Isn't she Mrs. Dreamer? Am I recalling incorrectly?
You're not looking at Beulah 5 beers deep. You're looking at Dawn Marie on the screen right now.
Oh, yes, I am. They're both amazing. They're both hotter than Francine. So Francine might have the longevity, but both Beulah there for just a quick fucking moment.
Not even a year. Not even a year. And they never even figured out how to really present her. She came out with Danny Doring and Roadkill. They kind of made her out to be like, they made her out to be skanky in a weird way. Like they would show her like smelling her own armpit and like clipping her toenails and shit. So I mean,
kind of like the Trailer Park Couple. Who was that? The girl from Tough Enough, Nydia. The Nydia gimmick.
Yeah.
Nydia did that pretty well. I have such little memory of Lita actually being there, but she was there.
The legend.
There's Beulah.
Yep.
There's our Beulah. Mwah. And the idea of her being named Beulah McGillicuddy, it was that Raven and Dreamer went to fucking summer camp together, right? And there was this fat fucking bitch, Beulah McGillicuddy. And here she comes out and do look at
Yeah.
Beulah now.
Yeah, poor Beulah was only there like maybe like 2 years. She took her exit was she took the Dudley death drop and they pretended she had a broken neck, so she was, quote unquote retired, but really she just went home to get cream pod nonstop by Tommy Dreamer and have a bunch of kids.
Spouse Tommy Dreamer, married, 2002, children 2. Yeah, they were fucking for a good few years
Oh yeah.
before they started getting married and such.
And I like to give a shout out to Spurg Snake. Thank you, Spurg Snake, for not using your hacking skills to destroy our gooning stream, much like you've been known to do with, Karmic's Amazon wish list. So thank you for sparing us this evening.
Don't delete the boobies. How much work Missy Hyatt had done when she appeared in ECW. That's a new nose. Those are collagened up lips. I believe she did something with her cheeks. You were such an attractive woman. And oh, so much plastic. So
If
much
she would have
collagen.
stopped, if she would have stopped right here with the work, that would have been fine. But but she kept going and going, as you know, I have a feeling you also checked out Wrestling Vix XXX Vixens.com and you got to see 10 years worth of plastic surgery Missy Hyatt with giant fake lips and mongoloid tits and was just out of shape.
I didn't see those.
You didn't?
I don't have
Oh,
those
darn.
on hand. I just have this video on hand.
Yeah, okay, because I'm telling you, it's the worst. It's the worst. Okay, I'm going to invent a new word. At least I'm going to claim I'm inventing it. A disappointment boner. It's the biggest disappointment boner I've ever had in my life. Than seeing Sonny and Missy Hyatt on Wrestling Vixens after they got out of shape, quit tanning, and then just had photographers that didn't know how to fucking pose them at all. So they would just be in like these terrible fucking positions. It was just a big fat failure all the way around. And it's, but that's all I got to say about that. I'll try to find some clean pictures.
Yeah, typing in the Google machine, Wrestling Vixens with 3 X's on the first page, such a website does not come up. IMDb, Facebook, Wrestling Epicenter. Oh, is that the one? I don't think it is. But there's our Missy Hyatt. Whenever the hell you were in there being the Sandman's manager, oof. You're fine with that work. You know what? She hasn't gone overboard. She still gets one rod up from me in this condition. Yeah.
No.
I actually flashed the crowd a few times to get them to calm the fuck down.
Yeah, they were having electrical problem, a lot of problems one night in ECW, and the crowd was getting really fucking rowdy, like rowdier than what Paul Heyman was even like comfortable with. So he asked her as a favor, "Will you go out there and do a strip tease for the crowd so we can buy some time to get this shit fixed?" And they did, and they filmed it. So there is some photography and film out there, and it's pretty epic. They used her real well in ECW because I mean, I can just tell you from what I remember from watching on Peacock a couple of months ago, one of her earlier appearances, to distract someone, she came into the ring and was crawling real slow, and the fucking cameraman just went full pervert and just zoomed in on her ass. And it was like probably the first great ass shot in all of wrestling was that girl right there.
And then the beautiful people stole it.
Yeah. And unrelated, when I was working on, quote unquote, my low tech prep for today, I turned on my Samsung TV. It's got a TNA channel, and like for the first like
Did see
3.
Madison Rain's beautiful horse face? It's gorgeous.
Yeah, but it was back when Madison Rain's horse face was fucking young and beautiful. See, the most beautiful horse face there ever was back in 2008. And so they were like showing nothing but like hot girl matches for like 3 hours. And I'm telling you, the easiest thing for us to do when we talk about TNA is just focus in on like 2009, because that's when all the hot girls were there.
Give me Kong.
One away. Jenna Jameson.
She doesn't count.
Did she do a one-off?
Yeah.
She must have done a one-off. I do
One-
not recall Jenna Jameson being an ECW lady ever.
Oh no, one away.
He got more than one type of raise, Papa. He got more than one type of raise.
So once again, she's kind of like where Missy Hyatt was in her plastic surgery, where
Yeah.
she's already fucked up her beautiful natural face. And as much as as much as Jenna wants to say that I climbed the ladder, I worked the hardest, you were in private parts. It was the Rocky 3 effect on WrestleMania. You were the one in the movie. You did not suck dick the hardest. You just showed your tits in the Howard Stern movie, and then you fucked your face up immediately with all this plastic surgery horseshit.
And before we forget about what we were talking about 5 minutes ago, yeah, I found the Wrestling Vixens pictures, but all of them I've found so far are nude, so we can't show them. But
Oh,
yeah,
you should have sent them to me beforehand so I could Photoshop them. That's an easy fix.
Yeah, they're pretty repulsive. They're bad. They are.
It's easy to go to the paint tool and just put a bloop bloop there. Nipples gone.
Nipples gone. Yeah. Oh God. I'm looking at him over on this screen, and it's just bad.
Jenna Jameson. Chastity.
I recall when Chastity followed
Yeah.
Sandman to WCW,
Yeah.
and then did they let her go because of the porn stuff? I remember it being
Yes.
controversial that she took Cox on film for money, and I was like, look, she's that trashy type of trailer park kind of pretty.
And let me
What'd you
clear
expect
that
from
up. She took one cock only to the mouth for about 30 seconds, and that cost her job. That was her whole porn career. Was like she and another girl of
that
the 90s.
NXT homophobic guy took more cocks to the mouth longer than that.
Lars Sullivan. He
Yeah,
loved
Lars
just
Sullivan.
getting butt fucked by men left and right.
No,
but when he went on Twitter, he hated them.
Actually, I take that back. He did not suck cock on screen.
Oh,
You are a
that's
liar. He did not take it in the ass. He only got his cock sucked by a man.
Well, he
So
was
that's plausible
mad.
deniability of being a faggot.
He was like, I can't get out of this chair because my lower back problems.
Guys, a mouth is a mouth. An ass is an ass. Well, there is no gay porn footage of him fucking an ass, but there is gay porn footage of. I'm just imagining him being talked into it, because like
Now,
like it's a hazing in the porn industry. You don't want to be a male porn star. There's only a few of them for a reason. Well, many reasons.
You want to fuck
One of them,
these hot chicks? You got to let that guy suck you off first.
yeah. Well, you've got to come up through the ranks, show that you are a professional in the having sex industry by having sex with these guys, man.
How can
Then
we
you can work
trust
your way
you
up
to-
to ladies. A
How
lot of
can
guys
we-
don't work their way up to ladies.
How can we trust you to take head from a lady if you can't take head from a gruesome looking man that looks like Bruiser Brody? So
Lars Sullivan, just think of all the women, Sarah Blue, Ashley Blue, Angel Long, all of the porn stars, Cody Lane. Don't you want Cody Lane to suck your cock? Sunny Lane, Vanessa Lane, so
All the
many gorgeous
ladies.
ladies in so many different body proportions that'll suck your cock if you let this man suck your cock, Lars Sullivan.
That's all you got. Just think of all the standard definition pornography stars, and most of them are dead, that will be blowing you left and right as long as you let that dude over there get a hold of that cock first.
Lars Sullivan, you are one step closer to cream pieing Belladonna and Gage by letting this man suck your cock. Now, will you fuck this man in the ass? Oh, if you won't, then no. You can't fuck Gage in the ass if you won't fuck this man in the ass, Lars Sullivan. Gee whiz.
Okay, here's a random side story about Belladonna. I had a boss that was a friend of mine, and was like, it was just, and we talked we talked worse than how we talk on the internet, because I mean we're in fucking real life. You're not gonna cancel us in real life. But he was telling me one day, this is just how the day started. He just comes in and goes, "God damn it, Harley!" And I was like, "What?" He's like, "I couldn't think of anybody to beat off to last night, so I ended up having to beat off to a Belladonna porn where she got double penetrated." And I was thinking to myself, bosses and and their employees don't typically have these type of conversations. But then I just turned around and said, "Well, yeah, same here. I ended up beating off this Brookhaven porn where she was getting double penetrated outside."
Well, you need to remind him of Proxy Page. She is both a petite little girl with small tits, a girl who's kind of average with big tits, and a big fat fuck with huge tits. She serves all your needs,
Yeah.
depending on what part of her career you catch her in.
Yeah, but R.I.P. the standard definition era of porn and all the great women who serve.
As we have Nancy Benoit on screen, we kind of I paused it in a weird spot there where Chastity was kind of out and Nancy Benoit was kind of in.
And Tammy Lynn Six.
Oh, so much hotter than Sunny. I did not believe that story at first that she told about how she ran up all this debt because they were booking ECW plane trips and transportation on their personal credit cards. I didn't believe it because she's a fucking druggie. Why? But no, it's true. Fucking scam artist Paul Heyman had Chris Candido and wife Tammy Lynn Sitch paying their personal credit card, through their personal credit card, paying for trans, for Raven or Jerry Lawler or whoever the fuck, and he never paid them back, and there's no paper trail of this. So their finances are just fucked because Paul is a terrible human being.
Yeah, and I mean, and people just they romanticize that motherfucker so much that they let him off of the hook with all that bullshit that he pulled on people. I mean, you can't blame him for the death of Chris Candido, but God,
you can blame TNA.
Yeah, you can blame TNA. It's like, oh, it's fine. Get on that airplane with the blood clot. You'll be okay.
I believe that was his own choice, right? Because he just wanted to get home sooner. It would be TNA's fault if they were like, yeah, get back on the plane. It's cheaper. That's a ticket we already bought you. So, okay, maybe TNA did kill him. I don't know the exact circumstances there. Either he was like, no, I'm getting on this plane, or TNA was like, we bought your plane ticket. Fucking use it. In that case,
that part I'm not 100% on, but I mean, Tammy couldn't do anything about it anyway because she was never married. She was only ever the cheating girlfriend.
Oh man, Chris Candido is the cuck of the 90s, man.
Oh my God.
There was a chat in here earlier, someone asking about all the people that she fucked in the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
And I believe you were making allusions to it earlier you didn't tell the story this episode, but it seemed like you were talking about Shawn Michaels' favorite activity to have her do.
Yeah, because we got it up here. It was good old Papa Kill. What about Sonny allegedly banging every dude in the locker room? Now, Papa Kill, if you're still here, I don't know if you heard this story or not, but it's confirmed because fucking Sonny is the one that told it. Sonny told a story in one of those shoot interview things where she said what Shawn Michaels loved to do the most was this. She loved to bang her doggy style while she was face to face with a mirror. And while he was banging her doggy style, she would put on red lipstick nonstop until he would get off. And she said he called it clown mouth.
So her and Chris Candido, she didn't fuck around on him in Smoky Mountain. From Smoky Mountain, they go to WWE. And who is confirmed? We've got Shawn fucking confirmed. And then basically whoever he rented her out to, right? I believe Ahmed is confirmed on that list, didn't he?
I never read that, but if that's true, that's a whole extra layer of repulsive to go along with his gold dust grope pepperoni nipples.
And as much as I would love to talk about her nipples and getting penetrated as a positive, she did it 20 years too late.
Yeah, 20 years too late. But so we got
she's looking rough now. Those prison photos are rough.
And here's the thing. This is her in ECW, and then
this is probably her thinnest. This is her the most strung out, the thinnest she'll ever be in her life.
And then, like a week later in WCW, and people back then
she was
were
kind
complaining.
of ballooning up in WCW compared to, especially. Well, I guess it's different drugs. Whatever that you're doing, she must have been doing less coke and more somas. She couldn't get it from Louis Spicoli. Then he was dead.
Oh, he's deader than a goddamn doornail. So no, he wasn't going to be of any good. But thank God that they cherished his legacy so much that I had to hear, oh my God, he got hit with the Spicoli driver for the next fucking 15 years. I'm like, why are you celebrating the WWF's drug dealer?
Wasn't the Spicoli driver just a Death Valley driver?
Yeah, that's all it was. It was Tommy Dreamer's version of it too, which was really shitty looking. It basically just looked like I'm putting you in a fireman's carry, and now it's a suplex. It did not look like Perry Saturn's Death Valley driver.
So the FU, the attitude adjustment.
Basically, but worse. I mean, the attitude adjustment had actually a little bit more oomph in it than the Tommy Dreamer Death Valley driver. So I have to give goddamn John Cena some credit.
Classic pervert pick of all the women.
And then it doesn't give us the backslash to pervert picks. So I wasn't able to find them on the way back. So that's all I've got, except for one other video that leads more towards comedy than it does showing off anything. I noticed one omission there. Did you notice anybody missing?
Okay, give me a second.
Actually, two. We're missing two.
Well, first, they didn't show Elektra. I don't know when they filmed this music video.
I'm thinking Elektra might have showed up a little later. Based on who's there. I bet they filmed this right before Elektra got there, because they had, I remember browsing for Elektra's pervert pictures, because they promised nip. They promised she took everything off. And she did. And just like Pat Patterson, whoever she was wrestling, came with the towel, except unlike Pat Patterson in December 1999, they weren't late.
I'm I'm drawing a blank because I'm going through my Rolodex in my mind. It's like Francine, Dawn Marie, Beulah. Those are like the main, when you think of ECW girls, whether or not you beat your meat nonstop to them or not, you
And they even
typically
have
think of
girls
these.
that like aren't ECW girls, like Missy Hyatt. I don't consider her an ECW girl.
No, she was there for a cup of
How long
coffee.
was Nancy Benoit there for?
She was actually there for a few years, like, kind of
but it was
off
the
and
before
on.
time in the early years.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
off and on.
Yeah, but when she was there, she was always like around the Sandman, basically.
Well, the one that we are missing, and I feel like I'm ready to pivot because the other one that is missing, that is my pick for the ECW woman.
My God, fans.
Jasmine St. Clair.
Oh, she doesn't count.
What do you mean she doesn't count? How did she not count? She was there on the regular. She did a few quick shots there, I think in 97, 98, but there in the last years of ECW in 2000, she was on TNN regularly. Jasmine St. Clair is the ECW woman. And according to this video that I found, she was quite the entrepreneur. Here you see her face is all fucked up because they all fuck their face up after enough time. And let's hear her entrepreneurialship.
Okay. And then when I quit adult, I went straight into wrestling. I stayed there. I used to run a promotional called 3PW Wrestling.
She ran 3PW Wrestling. She's an entrepreneur. And we need a better picture of her.
You got the worst pause screen of all time of that goddamn whore. She looks like Heath Ledger's the Joker right there. The way it's going up.
Well, there is no good still shot of her after she did fucking this to her face, and now she's all anorexic and doesn't have enough fat on her body. So this is her after the fact. This is not my submission for her best look. That would be in her initial run in ECW.
People think it was the Blue Peony, but it wasn't him. Please, people don't have an education past 5th grade.
The Blue Meanie?
The Blue Peony is what I said.
Why he has heat with his ex-girlfriend?
That's
right?
me because he was.
Oh, is that you?
Me. Yes.
So there you go. She not only was in ECW, ran 3PW, she fucked the Blue Meanie. She is in good company along with Gold Dust.
And Papa Kill chimed in with a killer. Why the long face? Nay. I don't know. It's like, okay, Aubrey Edwards versus her. Who has the most horse face? Oh, that's rough. It's like a coin toss.
Yeah, here she is in ECW. Let's turn that music down. But here she is, ECW on TNN, there during that last dying days, along with Louis Dangerously, former sign guy Dudley, and there she is, looking good. She is looking
very good,
fantastic.
Very, yeah,
she is looking perfectly ECW whore with those fake fucking knockers, that trim waist. And she doesn't have a Skeletor face yet.
No, not yet. Not like a lot of our Dabbleverse women. And actually got to get Blue Meanie to get into some kind of shape for like a whole year or two, where he just said, "Oh, fuck it, time to go back to being a slob." But that is like kind of fresh after, because she's like one of the first women that did one of those world's biggest gangbangs.
She was the gangbang champion. That actually adds to why she is the best of all the ECW whores. WWE has divas, TNA has knockouts, ECW has whores, and she is the best. She was the whore, the top whore. She fucked 250 men in a single day. And you know what? She did it purely because if you recall, being a fan of the Stern Show, that she actually, after the Houston 500 happened, she was like, no, I am still the gangbang champion. I fucked 250 men to completion. It's when you started getting to the Houston 500 and there was some girl named Apple that was going to do a gangbang to break that came into Stern, and now we have Bonnie Blue, I think, is the current record holder. That's when you get out of the pure athleticism and sexuality of gangbangs. Because you're just part of a time limit. All right, we have got 2,600 guys. We've got enough time for you to pump her for 32 seconds. Get the fuck out. The next guy's going to pump her. And she fucked 250 men to completion. She had a gangbang.
Yeah, and let me point this out
that is
to
the
all
last legitimate gangbang champion that there has ever been since they went to this new format horseshit with this porn where, he put his pecker in me, so he fucked me. Yes, he did, but he didn't. So the legitimate gangbang champion still to this day, Jasmine St. Clair, is my pick for, she ran 3PW. She's an entrepreneur. She was there in the dying days. Like, woman was there in the good days, the early days. That's when it was going on in something hot. It was dying, and she was trying to keep it going. Jasmine St. Clair, ECW top whore.
Well, and I also wanted to point out, even to make your argument better, was like, Jasmine St. Clair did the gangbang, like if you parlayed it like in the wrestling talk, she did a gangbang like Ric Flair versus Ricky Steamboat, going a 60-minute time limit draw. No bullshit like, high spots for the sake of high spots, just great storytelling. That's what Jasmine St. Clair brings to the gangbang table. Great storytelling. You get invested into the emotion of the gangbang, not like today's spot monkeys with their gangbang bullshit, all their high spots. So she's like the Smoky Mountain Wrestling of gangbang whores. Gangbang's how you remember it and how you like it.
As far as I'm concerned, she is still the gangbang champion of the world because she went by the rules of gangbanging.
That was
they
back
bastardized gangbanging.
That's back when throwing someone over the top rope would get you disqualified. Now it doesn't even hurt the other person.
All the whores since Jasmine St. Clair have done these horseshit fucking lady push-ups, have done this gangbang where, all right, go.
Oh, no.
Go.
We just got some new awful intel. Spurg Snake deleted everyone's seed by being the last man. Ugh. and then Spurg Snake confirmed it with oof.
If you're gonna say oof, let's see modern day Jasmine St. Clair. Oof, there she is showing her tits at a strip club.
Really? Okay, because I asked him about you, and he said I don't talk about that.
Right.
I didn't know that.
Oh, it's Hannibal. That's why he sounds like a fucking imbecile. It's Hannibal.
Yeah, that's the truth.
What were you doing with the blue meaning?
Charity work.
Wow.
Oh my God,
I like that answer.
That was a good backhand.
She fucking hates that ex. There's some exes that you look back and will say neutral to positive things about. Fuck him.
No, so I ran the company and I was making sure that's how he got work, was that way. And I felt bad for him because nobody wanted to hire him. Fast forward.
I mean, she's right. Who the fuck? Yeah. Why?
Or to like last year, I wanted to get work at Battleground Wrestling, and someone, I have the text messages, specifically was told by Timothy Ambler,
right,
not hire me because of him.
Wow.
and out of loyalty. So he cost me money just by putting money in his.
She was blackballed by the Blue Meanie, but she's still in good with the ICP. Look at that shirt.
And the thing is she's been blackballed lots of times, but those blackballs didn't cost her work.
But enough about that ugly guy.
Were you with him during the time of the JBL incident?
No.
But I
I think he made a mistake.
Okay. That's the only reason I wanted to include this video, and I actually didn't realize it was that imbecile Hannibal doing the interview.
Yeah,
She has no reference. His mind just goes, so did what do you think about when JBL beat him up? She's spilling her guts. If you were any type of interviewer, you just stay towards that time period of when you were together with him. So what do you think about JBL beating him up?
God, that's funny. I mean, and that's the thing. That was one of the things I've always kind of wondered out loud. I was like, I never understood how that Hannibal guy got any sort of traction. Like, he is kind of popular in a way. I know he's like one of those people that people kind of half watch because he's a wrestling version of a lol cow, but he actually has fans too. I mean, you don't have that many followers or whatever you call it on YouTube unless you
Beavis and Butthead have fans too. I'm one of them. I don't know. This video isn't my type. I think he needs to watch some music videos. Maybe him and Dances with Ghosts could get together and watch some music videos and make something of it. That's what Josh is missing. Josh Cannon, get this fucking imbecile. You need a Beavis watching those videos with you. But by the way,
this is a good observation by Steve Wolf. Every frame is a crime against beauty.
Yes, I did want to bring that up because I 100% agree. As much as I'm calling her beautiful in 1998,
classy,
still the champion of gangbanging, a wonderful entrepreneur that ran 3PW Wrestling. What she did to her face.
Not suing them over that. He could have collected.
It's the opposite of beauty. Oh, fuck. That's why I am submitting 2000 Jasmine St. Clair as the whore of ECW.
Jasmine St. Clair is probably gotta be the hottest she ever looked. I mean, that definitely, you've got my vote as far as that was the hottest she ever looked. Now, okay, that page you sent me, I think I got it up still. I've been opening and closing goddamn links all day. Did we talk? We didn't talk about Elektra any, really, did we? Let me pull up.
I think we just touched on her, but I would love to touch on her more because those are humongous fake tits.
Yeah. But you got some Jasmine St. Clair pictures that are safe, don't you? Or is it just that one?
I'm going off of Google right now. I didn't save a damn thing. I had that video. Everything else I'm just bringing up on the moment.
Yeah. So let me go back and let's. I want to tag in the audience and for funsies, the future audience that will tune in by the thousands. Is that Jasmine St. Clair there? I know
yes,
it doesn't say the year. I mean, I gotta remember, this is a gimmick. I have to wear glasses, so I don't have the best sight. I wonder what year that was, because that is my vote for the hottest she ever looked, whatever fucking year that is.
That looks like prime 1998 Jasmine St. Clair to me. Because honestly, when she returned in 2000, it wasn't this top gorgeous Jasmine St. Clair. We saw her with Blue Meanie. And I'm going 2-3 years before. And she was still taking the Deadly Death Drop there 2-3 years before.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, she took bumps. And more than one type of bump. Butt fucking bumps, cocaine bumps, and Deadly Death Drop bumps.
You can see her take it's an incredible bump that she takes. Second rope pile driver from Rhino,
yeah.
And that was the first pile driver she took that week.
thank fucking God Rhino always had those tree trunk legs because, like, you know, if he didn't have those
Oh,
goddamn thick fucking legs, there's no way in hell.
yeah, he was the right person to give a woman a pile driver off the second rope, just
Now I
like
know.
I'm the right person to give her a pile driver off the side of the bed.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah, that's very good call there. But this is where I'm going to make the rare segue from gooning on chicks to talking about actual professional wrestling for a second. It's like,
Is that because your choice is an actual wrestler? We didn't mention Nicole Bass or Jazz for good
no,
reason.
we weren't even going to, or the Projadette. I don't. I barely remember the Projadette. That was another one of the muscular ladies, but she was actually, uh, she could soften her look and look like a lady, you know. But she wasn't around for a month, so that she's not even worth talking about either. There's another lady that I know you won't consider a diva of any sort whatsoever, and you might barely remember her at all. But the girl that got the fuck clothesline the shit out of by Mike Awesome, she was Spike Dudley's girlfriend. You remember that girl?
I don't recall that. I thought I was watching it regularly when Mike Awesome was the champion, and around that time.
So I think it was right before Spike Dudley had his leg break because this girl, again, like a lot of them, they weren't around for like maybe a month. This girl took a fucking clothesline from Mike Awesome that on TV, the storyline was, oh my God, Mike Awesome knocked out all the bitch's fucking teeth because they got a good camera shot of her and blood was pouring out of her mouth and she was spitting teeth into her fucking hand. And, but you know, I mean, it's wrestling, so did it really happen? Who knows? But I want to believe it did, and that's why she was only there for a month. But yeah,
The
so Spike
Jasmine St.
Dudley.
Clair 250 really happened, unlike
Oh,
that horseshit Houston 500 with those bendable rules. Ooh.
but I mean, my vote for so far, from what I know, is like best picture of Jasmine St. Clair ever is what you have up on the screen. But I want to show the best picture of Electra. Now, guys, I know whoever's gooning to this, I am not about to pull up the hottest woman of all time. There's a
But the
lot of
tits.
flaws
Focus
here.
on the tits of Electra.
Focus on the tits, guys. So let me and remember, I'm still kind of janky with this bullshit. So let me make sure I do it right and I don't accidentally show porn. So screen, select window or screen. Yeah, that one right there. 'Cause I ain't got my
You might need to get some
glasses.
contact lenses when you're in character.
I might want to get some contact lenses while I'm in character. And right there, look at them fucking tits on that goddamn whore. Oh, man, Steve Wolf already puking. Oh, wait, he was puking to the comment about
To China.
China. I thought
Yeah.
that was fast. I was like, God damn, he hates her.
Yeah, that was a China reaction. With WWE horrors will have to be done in multiple parts. They have a
Oh
lot
yeah,
of
they're going to
horrors.
have to be done. I mean, we could really stretch out WWF girls as long as we wanted to. It's like, okay,
They are
so
gapers.
yeah, so before Sunny and Sable, it's just not worth talking about because no one was beating their meat maniacally to Miss Elizabeth. Miss Elizabeth was the rich girl next door that was unattainable, yada yada yada.
I
No one
jerked it
cared.
to Medusa.
Ah, fuck Medusa. I'm gonna say this. I don't care. You know, I'm fucked in the fucking head. I don't care who hears anything. Medusa. Okay. There was this markazine, some random markazine that was around for like months at the most. And I'm at this supermarket, right? And parents knew I loved wrestling. I just had started getting back into it. 'Cause you remember I told you about how I started getting back into it because I saw the fucking skyscrapers. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta watch this shit again. Okay, so I'm at the supermarket, right? And I see this like just janky not PWI, not anything magazine. I'm flipping through it, and then right in the middle, there's a picture of Medusa. Like she was wrestling for like Pro Wrestling Women USA, some federation that was only around for like maybe a fucking year, maybe a year. And it was the hottest I had. It is the hottest woman I had ever seen in my life up until that point, and was the hottest Medusa ever looked until like 10 years later in WCW when she still had long hair and she didn't have that pixie cut. She had long hair and the fake boobs. So like there was like a 10-year guy. I was like, I couldn't believe it. This is the hottest woman I ever seen. So obviously I was like, I shut that goddamn thing. I was like, Mom and Dad, I really want you to buy this wrestling magazine for me. It's got a lot of great articles. And I wore the fuck out of that one picture of Medusa from like 1989. So there you go. If you want to learn about more sins of my past, keep tuning into this. But yeah, here's some great. Oh, I thought you were being like ultra polite and just letting me tell my story. Did your internet go out?
One of our internets hiccuped, and I went away for a moment.
Okay, that's weird.
She got bigger tits while in WCW, I feel like. From 96 to 97, 8, I feel like Medusa got bigger tits. And then she started being a monster truck driver, which just makes her all the hotter.
Yeah. So it's like weird. It's like if you go back and it's like, I don't know. I mean, if you got time to burn on your hands, you could go back in time and look at old pictures of Medusa, and you'd be like, God damn, she's the hottest woman on the planet in 1989. And then she ain't shit to look at for like the next 6 years. Like Alundra Blaze was repulsive. Alundra Blaze was another horse. I mean, she was awful looking. She dressed like Jushin Liger and was about as attractive. and, and then she goes back to WCW and ain't nothing to look at for about a year. And then all of a sudden, holy shit, she grew her fucking hair out like a normal girl and got some big ass titties.
I remember her always having it in a braid like a horsey, not being short as a Alundra Blaze.
It's a Alundra Blaze. She had that weird pixie cut almost. She had like a weird pixie cut.
She had it in the horsey braid for a bit.
Yeah.
I guess she cut it at some point, but she had the horsey braid at the beginning.
I'll tell you what kind of hair she had exactly. She had Barry Windham's 1988 long hair as a Alundra Blaze.
But she never made it to ECW. Elektra was there during the dying days. She had some cat fights with Dawn Marie and Francine. That was always fun. All right, here they're going to attack each other, so their mini skirts come up and you can see their thongs. Yay!
Let's see. I wonder if it'll just switch tabs. I found another safe page. Yeah, it did. Okay, so this is like a Francine fan page on Boomer Facebook. It probably won't let me even click on it. Yeah, so look, she's in a one-piece bikini, guys. Try to keep it in your pants. That, like I said, I'm gonna say it till the end of time. ECW was just as bad as WCW about taking fucking pictures of your goddamn women. You had to rely on like pervert fans, and hopefully a Markazine was in the building taking pictures.
The screen share is odd. There we go. We had Elektra's face being cut off by Francine.
But
is that Dawn Marie as a teenager in the upper right? She looks young as all fuck there. Jesus.
That's probably one of her first appearances in ECW, because like you can tell, like I don't know if it'll let me zoom in. Yeah, it will. Okay, so like she's young as shit in this picture. She's got to be like 20.
She looks different. Did she have work done? She looks different there.
I don't think she ever actually had work done. I think she just aged.
And she just cranked up the bitchness in her face.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There she is, looking like a regular woman. She knew the certain reactions to give and how to look like a fucking cunt.
Oh yeah,
Love it.
oh yeah. But but like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and call it for me. My vote for the official hottest woman of all time in ECW, Miss ECW, is who is on the screen right here. My vote is Dawn Marie.
That's a good pick.
Yeah. So like it's so far we got me versus you. I'm gonna quit sharing. I'm gonna go back to Jasmine because I can't remember if the other two tabs were hardcore pornography that I was masturbating violently to or not. So let me look. I'm gonna look.
So
Yeah, that was
I
porn, and
I have
that
to
was
say,
also more porn.
I fucking close those tabs before you come on, you asshole.
No, I'm telling a humor joke. It was nothing.
Open up tabs of Tammy Lynn's sitch with little paint drops over the actual penetration and sunny side up.
I did find okay. No, there was this one random ass picture of Missy Hyatt that had been circulating forever, and everybody swears it's real, but it's wrestling, and who the
She
hell
fucked Jim
trusts?
Ross.
Yeah, but there's this picture of what appears to be Missy Hyatt clearly giving some random guy a blowjob, and it looks like her. I mean, it looks like, you can take a picture of anybody just right and time it just right, and they could look like somebody else. So I don't know if that's what happened or if there is like this one completely random Missy Hyatt took a picture of herself giving a random dude a blowjob. And
I do like that it came out that when Jim Ross said yes, we dated, like they were both really old. They had a friendship from when they were younger in WCW. So she had the cartoon face and the comically implanted boobies with ancient looking Jim Ross.
I know.
That is comical. That is pure sex parody right there.
And what's making it even worse for me is I just watched a little bit of Jim Ross with Conrad Thompson. So I have like as recent as a couple of days ago.
Sorry, finish your point.
My point is like I saw what he looks like as of a couple of days ago, and I'm imagining that guy plowing the current 65 or 66-year-old Missy Hyatt that is no longer gooning and edging material, who now does like grandma things. Like she posts on her Twitter doing shit like not cosplay like like Star Trek cosplay, but she does shit like she cosplays as like a pilgrim. So
she's just playing with the kids. It's not cosplaying. She's having fun with her grandkids. So the fucking Jim Ross, Conrad Thompson video aspect of their podcast.
Mm-hmm.
For fuck's sake, guys. Jesus. I thought you were supposed to be the #1 wrestling podcast until Jim Cornette turned his entertainment podcast into a wrestling podcast and blew you out of the water, you goddamn wife-beating liar piece of shit. Why the fuck do you not just use your iPhone? I'm using my iPhone, and it looks unspeakably better than both of your videos, and you're both professional podcasters that are getting into the video aspect. They both look like you're streaming at 360p and 2026. I do give a thumbs up to Jim Ross for smoking on screen. I get a good laugh out of that smoke. But both of you have fucking garbage lighting when you have the sun behind you. Look at any of my speed dating videos with Rodney or any of those others imbeciles. That is not how you light. And you guys have been doing this video aspect at this point for fucking years. It's still garbage video. The lighting is still fucking shitty, and you're hideous, hideous men.
Yeah, and there's another part of this too, and I'm glad you brought this up because I was thinking to myself, man, I'm being kind of a dick even thinking this when I was, watching it was the video response to that completely ridiculous, made up sounding fucking Devon story.
Conrad needs clicks. That's why he put up the response to the response to the response to the response of I'd rather do this behind closed doors, but here's reiterating what I think. Conrad needs clicks. He's a fucking shill piece of shit. He seems like a nice guy, but ever since Ric Flair's last match, you did that to your father-in-law. You did that to your father-in-law. For
you had him go out
sake,
there,
Conrad. And I'm sure you convince yourself in your mind, oh, this is a great idea. Dad Flair, he wants to do it one more time. Old people always want to do their favorite thing one more time. But you let that happen, Conrad. You financed it.
Like, I can book it right now to where it would have made sense if you really wanted to. Give me 30 seconds. That's all I need to do it. All right. Do the whole Ric Flair's last match thing the same way, except for minus that fucking purple shirt. I mean, don't have him come out without a shirt on. No. I'm not saying that. Just not that goddamn purple shirt. Have him wear something.
A fucking wife beater even. I was thinking like a singlet. You get the singlet even. You
or
did that
have
to
him
your
do something
father-in-law.
bougie, right? Have him do something bougie that he's never done before. Have him go out there almost like IRS style, like have him go out there and just be in like something like, just think IRS, but like a really expensive 3-piece suit.
Well,
he's just out there being that part I'm not talking about, but like
you know where Flair's mind was, don't you? Because that last match on Nitro, I'll just go out in my regular Speedo trunks and I'll have a T-shirt on. So he thought that was perfectly acceptable again.
Yeah.
And you thought the worst thing you could do to your father-in-law was beat his daughter and go to jail for it. No, that was your first wife. Your second wife, you did this to her. That's the worst thing you've done.
Well, it's like the clothes notwithstanding, he shouldn't have went out there in that fucking purple shirt. That was just dumb looking. It was like they thought of it on the way there. It's like, oh my God, Rick, you look like absolute putrid vomit age shit. You look like the pile of trash from Fraggle Rock without your shirt on. What do we got to do? Oh, stop at Walmart and buy the first purple shirt you see, and you just wrestle on that. That bothered me, but that's not the main event of what bothered me. It was the match itself. It's like, I'm not going to go blow by blow on the match. That'll bore everybody. This is all they had to do.
I didn't watch the whole thing. Was the heart attack spot planned? That fucking.
I don't think it was. I don't think it was no fucking heart attack, but I think the guy was on the verge of death. But all he had to do was this is just it. Just go out there. It's a tag match. Flair is on the apron. That's it. He's just on the apron. And have Jeff Jarrett do all the heavy lifting and just have, a regular match, but Flair's on the outside. Yada.
I don't like rebooking this because it shouldn't have happened.
There's
no way to rebook it. Like, I'm such a nerd with our rebooking sessions, and as you're going over it, this shouldn't have happened.
No, it shouldn't have happened at all. But I'm just saying,
you're trying your best to have his last match have him not wrestling at all in it because it shouldn't have happened.
Basically, no. The game I like to play is this: is gun to your head. You can't weasel out. You can't say not have it. You have to come up with a solution. Like, you were given an edict. You're like, hey, I'm going to burn your fucking house down, kill your kids in front of you, or rebook this goddamn match. So you're going to rebook the goddamn match one way or the other. So what I just had him do Just be on the
I don't
fucking
have kids.
apron the whole match. Just have him be on the apron the whole match. And then, you know, Jeff Jarrett finally gets like a hot tag, and Flair just comes in, hits a shoulder block, figure 4, ends the match, and they get the fuck out of there. It would suck. It would absolutely suck. It would be an embarrassment, but it would have been less of an embarrassment than what we saw. It would have been less.
Conrad and Rick both went into that last match thinking that this is going to be great. There's no way it's going to be an embarrassment. You fucking imbeciles. Can we get back to the titties? I don't know.
Let's get back to the titties, guys. We're about to ruin our night talking about a
I do love the fact that if we clip our bitching about Conrad Thompson and Ric Flair's last match, there's Jasmine St. Clair's knockers next to us in the clip.
What would
the ECW whore of all time? And I understand Dawn Marie. Dawn Marie is a solid choice, and it really goes down to what they did in ECW or what they did outside of ECW.
Yeah,
because I'm taking in the entire career of the reigning gangbang champion, because all other gangbangs, massive multiplayer gangbangs, have been illegitimate since then, as far as I and Jasmine are concerned.
Except for the Samoan Matilda Bang Bus 2026 gangbang, which is
there was only 3 involved.
Or Matilda just getting butt fucked and pussy fucked nonstop by them goddamn savage beasts from that fucking island, just cream pie draining all over that tour bus. Poor dog. And there's monsters with chewing on bones and just fucking the shit out of that dog. And we as fans writing in, get well soon, Matilda. Somebody sew up your gaping ass. Up back to titties. I'm trying to think if anyone else had an appearance, like a cup of coffee appearance. Remember how Sable was in the crowd at Nitro one time?
That one time.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if ECW did anything like that. I mean, other people that had cups of coffee there, but they were actually there for a significant amount of time. Sherry Martel was there managing Shane Douglas for about a year-ish.
And that means she comes out with negative points because she was managing Shane Douglas.
Yeah. And then it's like, okay, here's a question. All right. If we put Sherry Martel in any of the runnings, who do you this is gun to your head. You're not allowed to say, I'm not putting her in any of them. You have to pick one. That's it. Or God will become real and he will come down from fucking heaven and he's going to land in front of your grandma's house. And what is he going to bring with him? The Matilda Bang Bus. And you're going to have to get on that fucking thing with them 2 horny islanders just pre-coming all over the fucking place. So now with that thought in mind, if you got to include Sherry Martel in ECW, WCW, or the WWF, which one do you vote to put her in?
She was dog shit in WCW. She did nothing.
Yeah?
So no WCW. The acid trip of Macho King and Sherry was amazing. There's no way ECW could have gotten better. No holds barred. No holds barred. There is no way ECW could get. There's 2 promos promoting No Holds Barred, the movie, the match. Watch them both. They're incredible. Actually, there might be more than that. There's one where Macho Man, Sherry, and Zeus are sitting in front of like a bubbling cauldron while doing a promo on Hogan and Beefcake. There is no way ECW could do better than Macho King and Sherry cutting promo along with Zeus. But Zeus couldn't cut a promo. He was just slapping his chest. Da! Da! Ah!
But you might be forgetting the gimmick of this show. We're talking about Sherry at her hottest. I'm talking, are you putting her in ECW, WCW, or WWF if you're gonna put her in any of the runnings on any of these tournaments? Hot Sherry, you gotta fuck her in one of these eras. Which one are you just getting her down on the fucking ground and ripping them fucking panties off and just slurping up that pussy juice?
I'm having a hard time with this hypothetical because I'm just so in love with 1989 Sherry on psychedelics. So
Yeah.
I don't know how my answer could be anything but that.
Okay. I was just making sure because the way you were kind of talking about Sherry for a minute, there's like, I think he's talking about Sherry the entertainer and work rate and what she meant to the business. No, I'm talking about her titties and ass and blowjob face.
She was one of the only women wrestlers in WWF 89, but she didn't wrestle. She just
Not
came
really.
out, dropped some acid, and did a promo with Macho and Zeus.
There is this
Scary Sherry. I just watched that episode of Primetime recently when Brutus Beefcake cut that Scary Sherry promo. I
Yeah.
swear that she was fucking with him and delayed her entrance, so he had to go on forever and ever and ever just yelling to the crowd, and they were barely picking up on it.
Oh, yeah.
Scary Sherry.
It's like it was worse than the time that Kevin Nash was putting on that that face putty and the crowd had no idea what the fuck are you dressing up as? Are you dressing up as Sid? Are you dressing up as Vince McMahon? What the fuck are you dressing up as? It was
He
that
did one
same.
of each, right? Because it was basically the same. That fucking dog boy hair on his face.
Yeah, no one knew what the hell he was going for, and like he was trying to get the crowd to chant "asshole," and they weren't picking up on it. They were just like, "What the fuck do you want us to do?" And the crowd wanted to get in on it, but they were like, "Hey, you got to give us some kind of hint here," you know. But nah, it's like my vote for hottest Sherry ever looked is unfortunately it's WCW.
To me, she just added nothing. Like she had on these hot dresses, but she didn't do fucking anything.
No, she only
So
had a handful of matches. Like I've actually, as you know, we're
not
both
just matches, but with Harlem Heat, she did nothing. She
Nothing,
came out there and
nothing.
she stood. I think she got together with Louis Spicoli and got a fuckload of stomas before rather than after the matches. That Sherry did nothing. That's why 89 Sherry, the look is irrelevant. That personality of that psychotic woman, amazing. Versus just that fucking tabula rosa blank slate that walks to the ring with Booker and Stevie. She had nothing to her.
No. And what another missed opportunity was, a lot of people forget about this, and hell, I don't blame them, was when Hogan was coming into WCW, Sherry was coming into WCW about the same time, and that's when she was like, going to manage Flair, and that should have been
I
a
remember
lot
that.
bigger. Yeah.
Like that was a Clash of the Champions. There's Sherry. Maybe she'll be after Flair. Never mind. We're not doing that. Fuck that. Go over here.
Go over here. And so Sherry only had a little bit of involvement with like the Flair. I mean, Steve put it in the chat, Sherry helping Flair in the cage match against Hogan and Mr. T, but she was only like paired up with like Flair for like a minute. And that's when a little bit after that, they just no storyline, no nothing. She just wasn't with Flair anymore. She disappeared. And then a little bit later,
Was that when Flair retired? Because Hogan retired him for a while, so maybe that's when she fucked off and did something else.
That might have even been the same match. I'm just so much happened during that time that that might have been the cage match that Flair lost and had to fake retire for a little while. While you I think he's off screen talking to a dope dealer. Oh, he's back. How did your conversation with the dope dealer go?
It went well.
That's right, kids. Don't smoke those funny cigarettes, or you'll end up with the cough. But okay. So I guess let's get back to the serious business of gooning to these ECW women. I think we covered all of them that were there because we're not going to waste time talking about Jazz and
We covered Jazz and Nicole Baths
Yeah.
as much as we needed to.
that's it. I mean, if we're going to talk about Jazz, I'll say this positive about her. I will say this. Hell, she was one of the first women's wrestlers that actually took the shit seriously and wrestled like a man, and none of her matches were a joke. I do have something positive to say about her. So there's that.
So yeah, if we were ranking this on the best woman wrestler of ECW, that's completely different criteria.
Different, completely.
We're
We're
not taking that into consideration. No.
But I mean, if we had that conversation real quick, I mean, is there anyone that would even come close to Jazz?
She's the only wrestler.
She's the only one. There's no one close. I mean, it's so sad to think that. I mean, later on, Lita in the year 2000 didn't know how to wrestle at all yet. All she knew how to do was, all she did, like Tony Schiavone said about Francine, all she knew how to do was stand, It's like, it's Jazz, and then there's a steep drop off to, I don't know.
Lita, I guess, because Lita was always dog shit in the ring. Like Trish Stratus, wildly improved. She was just a valet, and she took pride in her work. She didn't need to. She had an incredible set of cans, which I assume were fake, the way they were so goddamn perky and for her flake blonde hair. And she took pride in her work and improved. Lita fucking sucked forever and always.
No, she always sucked forever. And she left Matt Hardy for Edge, and I've never forgiven her ever. Did I do that, or did you do that? Did Spurg Snake hack my machine and put that fucking picture up there? I don't remember giving permission.
We had my finalist, Jasmine St. Clair, up for quite a while. I found an autographed picture here of Dawn Marie that helps show her fucking bitch face and those potentially fake tits, but maybe she just has a great top, which she designed herself. Another reason. So basically what we're down to is if we're doing ECW credentials only.
Yeah, that's it.
Dawn Marie is the winner between our finalists. If we take other credentials, what is more extreme rather than being the gangbang champion of the world? So if we're she ran her own promotion, 3PW. So I enjoy an entrepreneurialism that gets one rod up for me. If you're really putting yourself out there and taking chances like that. So yeah, that's where we currently are. If we're going purely ECW credentials, I would have to say Dawn Marie is the winner. But extreme championship wrestling, I think the fact that Jasmine St. Clair, still to this day, as far as the purest rules of gangbangs go, is still the gangbang champion.
Now, yeah, so I say we do it like this. This way it's fair all around for our pervert stream. It's like we got two ways of looking at it. We both agree if we're just talking about ECW, it's Dawn Marie. But if we're throwing if we're doing it like we've been talking about these girls, like we're talking about Missy Hyde a little bit, we're talking about Sunny a little bit, so that then of course we've got to include like Jasmine St. Clair, and she was actually there longer than Sunny.
She was there a good amount of time.
Yeah,
during the dying fucking days, she made some shots in the late 90s, and then the last year in 2000, her and Elektra had a regular feud going on. But you don't remember the Blue Meanie not being a fat fuck. I don't. So we don't remember her time there in that last bit, as we saw by that video. And really, I didn't know that imbecile interviewing her was Hannibal until I brought it up. I just thought he asked completely stupid questions where he's starting to get onto something. And then, oh, what about what JBL did to him? Where she has no frame of reference. She hadn't talked to him in 5 fucking years. Oh, what? Let me be the journalist I am. And now that you're getting into detail of 1999, what do you think of this thing that happened in 2006?
So I think it's pretty safe to say that's Dawn Marie that's our winner, unless we get like an influx of comments and emails and smoke signals galore. We're gonna say and we've decided that the hottest woman of ECW is Dawn Marie, so we can put a pin in that for now. Because it's going to be her. We're not going to get smoke signals and emails and holy shit, time to get my lucky sock.
Yeah, see, I told you to save some pictures beforehand. This is the one that you should have had up if you want to sway the vote towards Dawn Marie. Instead, we had my girl Jasmine St. Clair in 1998 up for a majority of the time to help swing the viewer vote.
But now, I mean, I think we got a pin in this one. So now, what I think we could do for a minute. I don't want to keep you. I know you're like, how many beers deep are you in now?
I do have one unopened one still sitting here. I need to take a pee-pee, but I'm equipped to hang around.
Okay. I say this. We keep going till you finish that last beer. If you need to go run and pee, I can talk to myself for a minute.
Yeah, the biggest thing I feel like is we spent a lot of time with my pick, Jasmine St. Clair, being up on screen. And now we got this pick. We had that other pick up for a little bit, but this is the one that could really compete with this pick over here. Certainly, Jasmine St. Clair has some other picks, but
oh yeah, well, she's got plenty.
I'd have to go to Photoshop to clean them up for YouTube.
Yeah,
I'll be back.
At least I think he's going to the restroom, folks. Okay, I'm calling an audible here, and I'm going to talk about her tits for a minute. Let's see. I like her tits. They're round. I believe they're natural, and yep, she's got a hot face. She knows how to stand. She looks like she can brush her hair pretty good. Oh shit, I forgot about the fucking private chat. Internet hiccup. Oh, okay. I'm just going to stare at this picture and not say anything for a while. I think I could do that. Vamping is something I never figured out how to do. It's like after a stream or whatever. Oh yeah, I got vamp like a motherfucker. I talk to myself.
Fuck, man, there's so much you could have got on. I got my ears in. I needed to send you on an exact path to talk about Dawn Marie successfully suing WWE, or the horseshit angle, never-ending angle that she had with where she was making out with old man Tori Wilson's real life father, got to make out with Dawn Marie on a regular basis for months on end until he died.
And I know in a way we're talking about ECW, but there's just
we got off track. This is the place to just talk about Dawn Marie, because we could put her in the Dawn Marie in the WWE pile, but I feel like she's a footnote in the WWE pile, where she is a highlight of the ECW pile. Yes, Spurg Snake, I love her bitch butterface so much. I adore it. But
nothing wrong with it.
I can also use this as an opportunity to remind you of 1998 Jasmine St. Clair's gorgeous face and fantastic knockers that you can see right now if you type in Jasmine St. Clair suitcase or Jasmine St. Clair gangbang. To this day, the gangbang champion, because all other massive multiplayer gangbangs have been illegitimate.
Yeah, all of them have
Horseshit
been.
rules.
But yeah, because like her time in WWE is so short, and it's a footnote, but it's like the best time ever because when you think about it, I can't think of another chick that they maximized making sure every single appearance of Dawn Marie in WWE she looked sexy. There was not one
She
where
designed her
she
own
read.
clothes. I love an entrepreneur. She designed her own clothes, and
Yeah.
I could not believe when I heard that they were pursuing her because, like, she doesn't have the Vince look. She is
Oh,
not just bland beautiful.
yeah.
Like Sable is such a bland beautiful. Like no, Sunny had a beautiful edge to her.
Yeah.
She's that blonde with tits, but she is so much more gorgeous than just that bland beautiful that Sable is. And Dawn Marie, look at this jacked up face. That's fucking beautiful to you and I. But there's
Yes.
no way Vince was into that face. No way. That was one of the producers.
There is a, oh god, this is it's not a bad story, but like, okay, so one of my friends in the old hometown, right, you know, we're not young forever, but he had a younger sister, not criminally young, let me be clear on that, but he had a younger
Well, if
sister
you're
that
18 and she's 16, it's still criminally.
but like she was just always, the younger sister. As like that I would see around like when I would go visit my friend. But sometime after our college years, I go, I'm visiting, and his and my friend's sister had a lot of Dawn Marie qualities in her face and whatnot. I mean, this girl had her own kind of hot body. And I remember going to visit one time after it had been a long time, and then like I'm seeing my buddy, and then I'm seeing like the the younger sister of my buddy who had, how like some people they kind of look like their brother or whatever a little bit. This girl luckily did not. So I instantly was like, so it's been a few years, Samantha. What have you been up to? We need to start keeping in touch. And this was during the if you
Physical
remember,
touch.
yeah, we need to start keeping in physical touch. And she was one of those. She was one of those first Ed Hardy horror girls that would just cover her body up and down with like Ed Hardy tight shirts and show her fucking stomach, and would wear that. Those stupid hats kind of sideways and off to the side. And I was like, oh my god. I was like, yeah, we need to start hanging out a little bit more. It's always good to see you, Bob, but I want to see what your sister's up to. Anyway, back to Dawn Marie.
Well, we could talk about Dawn Marie, but I want to take another sidetrack to a competing wrestling podcast because I was hoping to stream snipe them tonight. They were live last week.
Yeah,
They're not live tonight. IYH Wrestling has 8,000 subscribers,
that's a lot.
and they had 5 live viewers when we tuned into them.
Yep.
So they did a live stream the other night, and I see if you see, take notice here.
Yeah.
Same podcast 3 days ago. StreamYard has this feature where you can now stream both in landscape and portrait at the same time. So that's what he's doing here. And here on the landscape one, which has been around for a while, so if you've been buying views for a long time, and it's just the one you buy views on, that's got 1.2 thousand views, and the portrait one that isn't kicking in on those bought views is at 181 views. They had a literal retard who was asleep when we checked in with this, and you noticed one of them as a dabbler, which made me laugh a whole lot. I don't know if we want to call them out, but that's something that I was like, oh, we can stream snipe these guys. And 5 live viewers, 8,000 subscribers, and a discrepancy of 10 times the viewers from two different. So
Yeah, and when I checked out the views on that one, like the day after, it was only at like 30 views. So, like, I don't even know how they climbed up to that.
So here's, I think for this last video here, they've got 1,000 views bought, because we've got approaching 200 views for this video that doesn't have bought views, and approaching 1.2, so 1,000 bought
Yeah.
is what they've got on these videos. We've got the non-live streams, as you see, 200, 100, and usually the smaller clips are the ones to get more. 200, 200, 200, 100. Oh, did you guys just start buying views again, or did you just have such an amazing episode of In Your Head Wrestling Podcast January 7th? You know, that is such a catching title. That's what I do with my shows, is Dog Driver. It's a catching title. Maybe I'll get something. So In Your Head Wrestling Podcast January 7th had much more of a catching title than, oh, that's all he titles his videos.
What is the purpose of buying views? The only thing I could think of without actually looking it up and asking Grok and all that shit is like, if you're buying views, you're hoping to show like a potential advertiser, like, hey, I get this many views on random streams. Can I start selling Blue Chew for you all? Is that the whole purpose of it? Is like the trick, the random advertiser?
The problem is, then Blue Chew gives you this promo code, and
Yeah.
fucking no one hits the promo code.
Oh, no.
And it's like, oh, everyone else that has 10,000 views at least gets us 20 promo codes. You guys get us 1 to 0. That's so odd. We're gonna stop promoting with you.
Yeah, that's right. Because every one of those shows that do that stuff, like Conrad and them too, like they all have a promo code at the end, so it can't be just say our stupid lunch box on your show, and we'll give you $1,000. It's got to be talk about our lunch box on your show, and they gotta buy it with your promo code. Then after they buy it with the promo code and the sale actually goes through and this and that and up and down,
they've got actual evidence of people, because there's the promo code gets you something. Wow. Why would you hear about it hear about Blue Chew and not hit the promo code when you get a month of free boners? You heard about it over here, and you could have typed in the promo code and got a month of free boners, but you chose to just pay for all your boners? Yeah, that's how they track that. I heard it over here. I get free shit if I type this into the promo code.
Now, in an effort not to get sued by any of these companies, but one of these unnamed companies, my buddy did the promo code. He was like, "I'm gonna." He was very much an active pervert. He wouldn't just talk about fucking a stripper or fucking a hooker. He would go out and do his best as much as possible to make that happen. And like he said,
you can make it happen fucking a hooker really easily.
Oh no, that's what I mean. It's like he wouldn't just talk about like, hey, I got some extra money burning a hole in my pocket. I'm gonna buy a hooker. LOL. Not really. No, if he had extra money burning a hole in his pocket, he would go out and get a hooker and he'd fuck that hooker. And he said,
if he's not going out on dates, it makes all the sense in the world. But because it's just looking at it from an economical point of all the money you invest on first dates and all of them that go nowhere, to finally invest in a first date that you still have a date or 3 more until if you're just looking to fuck, it is the economical choice to just fuck a whore.
Just fuck a whore. Just
$200 an hour. That is much cheaper than stepping up at the plate and taking a swing at all these wild pitches.
So what ended up happening? He told me, he goes, and this is how he talked to. He talked like kind of like Mickey Mouse. He's like, "Hey, Harley." He's like, I got me that subscription to that unnamed dick pill, and let me tell you what happened, Harley. So I went down to the district, and I found me a whore. And so like I pick her up and everything, and we go back and we get ourselves a room. And man, let me tell you something, Harley. That pill kicked in like 10 minutes. I never been harder in my life than when I took a goddamn dick pill. So I just start giving it to this old whore. Now, Jesus Christ, man, I didn't think I was ever going to nut. Well, other thing, I put on a cock ring too. So I wanted to last even long because they only give you the hour. So I wanted to get my whole hour out of it. And then, okay, so we get toward the end of the hour, and finally I can't hold it no more. And that fucking dick pill's just killing my dick. I felt like it was microwaving my cock. And finally, I fucking busted. I pulled out and I fell in the floor, Harley. And I had to tell her, I think you're gonna have to call 911. I think I'm having a heart attack. So to translate, in case any of that was missed, after the guy nutted, he fell in the floor and his heart was beating like Stone Cold's was beating the night before WrestleMania 19. And he was within like 1 second of telling the prostitute to call 911 for him. His heart wouldn't slow down after he blew his load, and he still had the cock ring on, and his dick wasn't going down. So he's sitting there thinking about all of this shit and wondering, is this the day he's gonna fucking die? And I was like, so everything. And finally, it calmed down, and the whore got out of there, and and then it was fine after that. And I said, "Well, what are you going to do with the rest of the dick pills? You're going to give them to me, right?"
What I took out of that story was that he got a girl with a 1 hour, 1 pop rule, and you can negotiate it. You can get a girl that has the 1 hour.
Oh, so, the same guy. This same
1
guy
hour,
told
2
me.
pops.
This same guy told me, because I would have these like discussions. I would be like, all right, so like if you nut in like 5 minutes, do they just leave? And they're like, no, you paid for the hour. It's like,
okay, good. The way you told that story, I thought it was a 1 pop for the hour, no matter when the pop. So good. He knew what he was doing. Yeah.
No, he knew what he was doing. He got, we're talking to this professional pervert most of my life. He told me he got more pleasure out of the goon and edging of fucking the prostitute than just nutting over and over and over. He would rather have one good nut than like multiple, it's fine. I was like, yeah, no, I get that. Yeah.
well, I would want the one good nut, and then I still got a lot of time left, so I would like to get a pounding, whether it leads to a second nut or not.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's like anytime I ever had the one good blurt, I was down for the count for a long time after it. Now, I'd come back later on in the day, but it was not within that same hour. I mean, I would have been able to make something happen, but I wouldn't have been liking it.
And
Anyway.
other wrestling podcasts that I want to shit on, I do believe the It Doesn't Matter podcast is going to be dropping a premiere soon, and they are wildly dull. I believe only one of them is legally retarded. Okay. One of them is halfway entertaining, and the other two are just wildly dull.
Ugh.
I love dull, add nothing wrestling podcasts. Like you and me, we added something within this hour or 40 minutes. You cannot say that we didn't add anything. And the banal nothing that so many wrestling podcasts are, I get a smile out of them saying nothing for 2 hours and then being proud of it and presenting it to the world.
Like, there was one, I don't even know why I clicked on it, but you know, like YouTube said months back, and I didn't take it seriously, but then I saw it actually happen. They said, hey, we're going to fuck around with the algorithm a little bit. So nowadays, you can expect while you're scrolling looking for videos, you might see, you know, a show or something that doesn't have a lot of views. So it might be a hidden gem. And I remember reading that article about, you know, whatever YouTube executive says. Like, yeah, fucking right. That'll never happen. I'm gonna see the
I love
same
that.
old shit.
And I do watch enough things that like nobody watches.
Yeah.
That they'll randomly send me something that nobody watches that I fucking adore.
Now that's what happened with me with this one, and I mean it was bad, like what you were describing, to where I just
I love those.
I had to like
If you still have the link, send it my way. I love these awful piece of shit say nothing podcasts.
Oh, I don't at all.
I had
This
a
is
thesis
from months
statement.
back.
I had quite a thesis statement that I backed up of Jasmine St. Clair being the most extreme whore of all of ECW and still being the reigning gangbang champion, no matter who claims to be champion before or after Bonnie Blue, because those are illegitimate gangbang rules that they're operating under. Jasmine St. Clair was the last one to gangbang under legitimate gangbang rules. She will forever be the gangbang queen now that the industry has gotten into these gangbang rules that pump, get out of here so we can pump. All right, she fucked 2,600 guys in a day. No, Jasmine St. Clair fucked 250 guys in a day. This one you're presenting, did not fuck. Sure. I guess I'm the only one who cares about the purity of gangbanging.
It's like when, you know, the lumberjack match goes as expected, and it never does. There's always chicanery. But when it goes as expected, you're like, well, and Jasmine St. Clair is the lumberjack match that goes as expected.
Dawn Marie has a face like a lumberjack.
Oh, I don't give a shit. I mean, honestly, she is one of those people that, like, I could go back just talking like a fucking 18-year-old. I could see myself plowing that whore 4 times a day until I drop dead and never even getting close to sick of it. Like, every day I would just wake up like, oh my fucking God, I can't believe you're beside of me in this bed. I'm fucking rock hard.
Yeah, I remember her.
No. But yeah, there was this one podcast. It's long months ago. I don't remember what it was called at all. But I clicked on it, and it was just so sad. It was basically two people in the same room sitting at like a lunch table. And they were talking about WWE seriously and trying to talk about work rate and all that shit. And then
dude.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, but then it was like, I was just watching it to like kind of smirk to myself, like, God, this is boring. I'm one of like 4 views, and I wasn't even going to even think about leaving a comment. And then they started bringing up, and I just thought it was so stunning and brave that CM Punk and his wife, they had pride flags hidden in their ring gear for their match against Seth Rollins. And then I was just like, oh my God, I left something really mean. And then I made sure to like, make sure the algorithm never showed me that goddamn channel again. So one of their 4 views was someone that was like hate talking them for their fucking pride flag comments.
Are you aware that WWE has a show on Tubi, exclusive to Tubi?
Absolutely not. I had no idea. If I got told about it, I forgot the second I was told about it.
So, I believe this is the Rampage Jackson WWE Evolve. They're like loosely connected to these independents, and that's what fuck, I'm drunk. I can't finish this beer on stream. I'm gonna be too hammered. But anyways, these are people like not ready for prime time in any way, shape, or form. And they're sending them out
Okay.
there to do the WWE promo, where you're supposed to be a theater student from a young age. It
Oh.
stinks. They have like 3 rows of people in this small room behind the barricade, and they're all awful. They are so none of them are ready for NXT. So there's something that's a giant piece of shit to watch that's wrestling related. That when I watched an episode, the former champion, this very established person, is just stumbling all over themselves, and they're not imposing in any way. This is not what wrestling should be. The episode I watched, and here it is.
You talking about that, and it's not the same thing at all, but it reminded me of Cody Rhodes' Nightmare Factory. Did you ever see any of those?
I was only aware that it was a training facility. I didn't know that there was any type of episodes or video to it.
Oh yeah. So it's like the same thing. It's like, well, not the same thing. I can break it down. Okay, so these people, much like the old power plant, they pay to get trained. These aren't people sought out by Cody Rhodes or anything.
Yeah, that
like
used to be the way.
Yeah.
This is the way. So yeah, that's how a lot of people come in. That makes sense. That one of the boys' training facilities is one where they come to you. WWE, it makes sense that they seek you out. But yeah,
So
here's
everybody that's
$2,000.
yeah, it's something like
Give me
that.
the 8-week course.
Yeah, and it's pretty embarrassingly bad because it's what you expect. It's people off the street paying to get trained, and they finally get good enough that they'll film them having a match.
Hey, people get paying to get trained. I wish Dawn Marie would have paid us to get her trained. Hey,
oh, shit. No shit. Yeah, they had this one battle royal that was, I can't even describe it. It was just so bad. There was this like,
so let's just not.
Yeah, it's just nut everywhere. But like they would. It was like when Cody was still with AEW. I don't know if they were like just loaning him some people, but there a couple of AEW people came through there that. I don't know if they were actually trained by Cody, but Julia Hart had a match there, and it wasn't.
That's not.
bad.
I was going to say you want some veterans who can be like trainer. That's not who you want as a trainer. Just somebody on a similar level. Get fucking Horseface in there, who I fawned over earlier, Talia.
But they did have like. They did have
Talia the Horseface one from the Beautiful People. I forget now.
No. The one you're talking about is Madison Rain.
Yeah, Madison Rain was working at AEW. Get her in there to train the youngins. And
well, she was training
gorgeous
in
Horseface.
AEW. She was
an agent. She was an agent. And an agent in AEW means that you just yell at a wall.
No, that's exactly it.
Steven Regal was miserable. William Regal was ready to fucking kill himself and slit his wrists while working in AEW. And he had to make up a horseshit story about his son so he would have a will to live again.
That's so bad when you honest to God have that much pride in your work and you're wanting to do the good thing for the kids of tomorrow. So you take that job in AEW. He had the separate on-screen job, but then the behind-the-scenes job, and he's like, man,
his passion is in the behind-the-scenes job. Like Tony thought he was putting restrictions on Regal. You can't use him on air. I'll let you go, but he is very passionate about finding, scouting people and teaching them. And that was like, fucking idiot. That fucking billionaire fucking idiot. Oh, you can't be on TV. He didn't let me do my passion for 3 years. And he said, go do your passion, but you can't do this stupid horse shit on the side that I forced you to do. Whee!
Yeah. So it's like, man, that's bad. You get someone that actually wants to do that type of job. Because if it was me, it'd be like, yeah, I'd love to train the superstars of tomorrow. But if you're fucking stupid enough to just give me a check and I don't really have to like forcibly like take someone to the side to give them feedback about their match and what they can do better, hey, I'll just take the fucking check. So I mean, Tony Khan's just an idiot for not taking advantage of that. He actually had someone that really
Well,
wanted to fucking do it. You know,
he's got these executive vice presidents that say, well, the way that you get over is by just being yourself. You don't need advice. Did you hear about Jade Cargill when they were like, just hit her with a chair? She had to go to CM Punk and say, CM Punk, they want me to hit this woman with a chair. I don't know what I'm doing. And he's like, Jesus Christ, let me help you out. Seriously, that's what they did? That's the fucking clown show operation they run, and not a fun clown show like you and I like.
And all of them are lucky that Jade Cargill even thought to do that. I mean, how many times have we seen like the worst chair shot ever in the history of the world? We've seen it a million times.
Well,
I mean,
we could go the other direction of the worst chair shot ever with Barely Legal and Lance Storm going too light that they booed the shit out of him.
Oh, God,
Boo! Fuck you and your pussy chair shot, Lance Storm. Boo! How dare you protect your opponent? Boo!
That was worse than Hulk Hogan's chair shots to like Conan. He's like, and I remember like hell the Hogan chair shots would show up on like these meme pages that didn't even have anything to do with wrestling, and it would have this joke tag to it like, hey, if wrestling's fake, then explain this, and it would show the Hogan chair shot. I'm like, oh God damn. that's bad, but God, and then
they do that with the Sean Hogan match too. If wrestling's fake, explain this. When Sean was doing equally as fake shit all throughout 1995. Fuck you, Sean. Eat shit. You suck. The direction you took wrestling was completely all wrong. The Young Bucks completely modeled themselves after what you did. And you're now, whatever your opinion is, I'm sure it still sucks. Fuck you.
And the thing I hope
God is not real. Fuck you. You born again fraud follower.
Born again. I'm going to be a born again Islamic terrorist because of Shawn Michaels. I tell you what, it's made me want to get a fucking prayer rug out and unroll it onto the ground and point it to the east. Is all the shitty super kicks that Shawn Michaels did between 1991 and 1996 that couldn't have broken an egg, but we were supposed to pretend like, oh my God, that's real theater right there. No, your super kick sucked. You didn't start laying it in until after the Iron Man match. So fuck you for that super kick. I am now not going to draw Muhammad.
I like going out on that rant. There's Dawn Marie. Here is Jasmine St. Clair. Those are our finalists. And I think we're in agreement that if we go purely ECW, Dawn Marie is the whore of
Winner.
ECW. If we go accomplishments out, Jasmine St. Clair is the ECW whore of all time.
Yeah. So I guess just to talk a little, not long, because I know you're at that beer that's like, I'm not going to finish it. I think I'm going to bed the second I unhook my headphones.
I'm tapping out. And if you start going too far around the block, I'm reining you back in.
No reining you back in. We're going to talk about WCW as a whole for the women. We're not breaking it up into eras. There's no point. We're going to talk about TNA as a whole. Even though we could, if we wanted to, break it up into eras, but fuck that. I mean, I don't think any of us care about the TNA girls except for between 2008 and at the latest 2014 anyway. Because after 2014, well, they weren't whores anymore. They were work rate women and la la la. So we're going to talk about TNA in one era between 2008 and 2014 at the latest. And And as
Madison
long as
Rain and
we're
her horse face is going to be a hard one to beat for me.
man,
And I do mean hard.
I beat my fucking meat harder than
She
anything.
was much hotter than
smash that.
Angelina Love.
I mean, no, you got. I'm telling you this. This is something to write down. Write down on a sheet
Angelina
of
Love
paper.
was a Barbie doll, but that horse face on Madison Rain. Mwah.
Man, now I'm telling you, you go back and watch anything Madison Rain did, like in 2008, 2009. She had a thicker body then than she had at any other time, and man, it was perfect. I
That
swear to
explains why I'm a
God.
fan of her. Horse face and a thick body. I don't think I'm going to come up with a thesis statement for anyone else to be the better knockout.
Just write this down. 2008 Madison Rain. Look up any matches, and you won't make it through the whole match. You'll be like, blah, 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 blah. And then I guess when we get to WWF, we'll just break it up into Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression Era, and then a little bit, not much. Or we just lump it all together, the modern era.
I thought the
Obviously,
modern era was the whole reason you wanted to do this, was to talk filthy dirty about these whores that all these fucking
workrate
basement dwellers hold up on such a pedestal. Now, a basement is not a bad place to dwell, but when you hold up these ladies on TV to just being fucking
on a pedestal because you're white knighting for them and all that other
I don't even have words. It's beyond a pedestal. Like the ladder to heaven, basically. You've got them on a ladder to heaven.
Yeah.
It is way beyond a pedestal of what these current fucking, what do you even call them? Put these women on. I don't know. That'll piss. I thought that's the reason we were doing it, to piss those people off, and we will. Because I talked so highly of Jasmine St. Clair gang banging 250 guys. Maybe we'll talk about Alexa Bliss doing the same thing.
And it's like
she's one of the main ones. She's one of the main ones that has those. Greatest thing in the world! How dare you be murdered?
And we can't forget the people that actually white knighted for Gangbang Page that slurped cum off of the Divas title. So, we got that going for us when we talk about the modern era because,
Oh, wow.
Like,
yeah,
dude,
I mean, Paige is an episode unto herself.
I
I
severely hate her. I have always hated her. When I first saw her, I'm like, that's a fake Hot Topic girl. I don't care if she's from England or wherever the fuck. I don't care about that at all. She looks like she's one of those girls that look like a gray alien in the face. Prove me wrong.
Gray alien.
I don't like. I hated her. So when she was slurping up black and white cum off of the Divas, I was so happy. Like, God damn, I hope this runs this fucking bitch off of TV forever. And the same with like.
So you have.
I'm about to go on a tangent, and I got to stop myself because I know you want to get
that's
off.
Another episode. Yeah. That's a certain opinion.
And then one final thing. One final thing, if we're having fun with this whole thing and we want to squeeze out an extra episode after WWF and WWE, we could also include girls that never fucking made it. Indie-rific girls.
Nadia Nice. Nadia Nice.
There we go.
Nadia Nice. Nadia Nice.
I mean, there's a good chance that girl will probably win, but like,
but we can watch her get fucked on camera too.
Yeah. And then there's girls like, do you remember that punk rocker Mohawk girl?
God damn it. We're going too far down the rabbit hole. I just wanted to say that Paige's point of no return was all the makeup person's fault. The ghoul of Paige here. What a ghoul. That was not beauty makeup. That was monster makeup. How dare you do that to that poor woman who has been through so much?
I mean, I took it.
Page here.
What I'm picturing in my head when you're doing Paige here, I'm picturing how she looked when she they were dressing her up to look less goth, but she just ended up looking like someone they dressed up and put in a casket. She looked like a dead person with like bright pink or bright red lipstick. I'm like,
she was retired. She was retired at that point. She had the neck issue. Paige here was awful. I'm ready to sign off. Please don't wind up again.
All
Dylan
right,
from
well,
somewhere over there. Harley Quinn over here. Vote Jasmine St. Clair if you're not going to vote Dawn Marie.
One final thing, because we didn't get to it today before I hit end stream, and I'm just gonna let you go. You ain't got to hang out for an after show. You can just run out of here. We didn't get to play it here, but a lot of people don't know this, but John Moxley's wife passed away, and I made a tribute video for her. So if you have me on any of your shows this week, you got to let me play it. Or I have to just play it a week later and it's lost all of its steam.
That's going to have some steam for a while.
All right, guys, we're getting out of here. He's got to go to bed, and I got to wash my face. So I want to thank everybody that come. Dawn Marie is our winner, and we'll see you back on my channel.
Or is she?
In about
Is it Jasmine St. Clair? Vote in the comments.
Vote in the comments. Hit the like button. Send me an
Watch
email.
her gangbang video right now, wherever you are in the world.
If
you can see her getting penetrated. Can you see Dawn Marie getting penetrated? No. Maybe that loses points to you. Maybe that gives points to you. I don't know. Vote in the comments.
Vote in the comments. Email, postcard, mail us DVDs, whatever you want. But but unless we get a significant outpouring of support, otherwise, Dawn Marie's our winner. And here in a few weeks, we will officially crown the hottest goddamn, look at her tits and fucking ass. I want to suck on them pussy lips, woman of wrestling of all time.
But you can see Jasmine St. Clair's nipples and see her pussy lips right now. Type her name in, turn the filters off, and you will find it all.
And then she will xenomorph down your fucking throat. It'll be great. So, with that being said, I'm letting him get the fuck out of here because he's had his beers, and I have to end my night with a beer, and I can't do that on stream because it's hard enough for me to talk as it is. I don't need a beer getting in the way. So, all right, bye now. Everybody have a great night. I'm hitting end stream, and here we go. Play outro and end stream. Good night, Dylan.